Jewish community groups will be holding a vigil in Caulfield Park this evening, showing their support for Israel. Joining us now is the chair of the Anti-Defamation Commission, Dvir Abramovich. Dvir, really appreciate your time this afternoon. We know that emotions are heightened and very raw at the moment. How is the community feeling?
Beck, I'm going to try very hard not to break down on air during this interview. This has been the worst week of my life and the community's. Our hearts are bleeding, and we are shattered by the horrific images and the evil stories that are coming out about the war crimes committed by Hamas. We are all grieving and we are all mourning.
Dvir, what about some of the situations that have occurred? We saw at the Opera House a couple of days ago, and there have been reports of anti-Semitism here in Melbourne. How do you respond to that?
Look, make no mistake, anti-Semitism is on the surge. We've seen a raft of disturbing incidents of attacks against Jews, and the community feels under siege. It feels on edge. Jewish parents are afraid. They're concerned about the safety of their kids as they go to schools, to universities, walking the streets. They know that when there is anti-Semitism, violence usually follows. And I've spoken to young people who are visibly and identifiably Jewish, wearing, for example, the yarmulke. And they've told me that when they hear footsteps behind them, they're either walking faster or they're turning around.
Are you feeling like you are getting enough support from the police, local government, federal government?
Yeah. Look, I have full faith in Victoria Police, in the Australian Police, in the government. But when we see, for example, people in Sydney behaving in Nazi-like behaviour, pro-Hamas, shouting death to the Jews, gas the Jews, when we have people in Melbourne holding up placards of Hezbollah, which is a terrorist organisation like Hamas and ISIS, this shocks the conscience. This is something which is very, very frightening for the Jewish community.
So the Jewish community is coming together tonight in Caulfield Park for a vigil. What are you hoping to eventuate out of that, and how many people do you think will go?
Well, I think there will be thousands of people there. I think there are sort of three key messages that are coming out. First of all, that in this battle between good and evil, between Israel and the terrorist Hamas, we will win. I think the second one is that we are proud to be Jewish, we are proud to be Zionists, we are proud to stand tall and proud with Israel. The other one is that we will never forget the missing voices of the children and those whose lives were cut short. And the last one, I think, is that this is a message to everyone, to school principals, to politicians, to religious leaders. History will judge you. History will judge when, in a time of grief and trial, when Jewish babies were decapitated, when entire families were massacred, when women were raped and murdered. Did you condemn those atrocities like you've condemned other causes, or were you silent? Did you support the Jewish community, or did you walk away?
Dvir, unfortunately, we are going to have to leave it there this afternoon due to timing. Wish you all the best with the vigil tonight. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate your time. Thank you.